During my final year of university, particularly my final semester, I made one of the most iconic academic comebacks by getting straight A's, including an A in my final year project, and one B. And this is someone who once had a 3.6 GPA, mostly C's, about a session before or two sessions before that. And now here I am with my final GPA being 4.8. That is insane. I have made a few videos and will continue to make videos on how I was able to make that comeback, the strategies, the steps, and everything I did to go from 3.6 GPA to a 4.8 GPA. Sadly, like I said, that was my GPA, not my CGPA. And I didn't get to first class. I did graduate with a good grade, if I do say so myself, but it wasn't a first class. And I know that for a lot of people, that is the goal. But no need to worry. I have brought 5 of my most intelligent friends to come and tell us how they were able to graduate with such great grades, first class, best in their department, and all of that. So stay tuned, watch this video to the end, and learn a thing or two. Hi guys, my name is Catherine. I have a bachelor's degree in psychology and I make self-development content for the girlies. Like I said in the intro, today we're going to be hearing from 5 of my most intelligent friends. You guys, these people are smart. Like, when I look at them, I'm like, girl, like, seriously, not just like book smart, right? But like proper smart, the way they talk, the way they do things. These people are so intelligent, and you can tell by, like I said, by the way they do things. And they happen to probably maybe get first class, graduate the best in their department. They are going to be telling us what they did, the secret sauce, you know, like what got them to that place, what are the strategies they had, what are the tips that they would like to give you. I'm so excited for this video. I've been planning for it for a very long time. Enough of the talking though, let's head straight into the videos and hear from the first person, my very good friend, the only person I know to have studied mechatronics engineering. I didn't even know that was a real thing, you guys. I didn't know that was a real thing till I met him, and that is Sean. So let's hear from Sean.
Hello, my name is Sean. I am a filmmaker who studied mechatronics engineering. Getting the right mindset, telling yourself that you can learn anything. Genuinely, like, no matter how your secondary school years went or what you've been told over the years, that you really are capable of learning anything. And especially when the complex topics are really getting to you, the best thing you can do is just break it down into small bits. Understand little subtopics and then bring it together into a larger understanding of what you're really trying to learn. And in the process of learning, make sure to make it fun for yourself. Forget what everyone else is telling you, how they did an all-nighter or they studied for 12 hours every day. Like, that is, if it doesn't work for you, stop trying to, be like them. Figure out what works for yourself. Personally, I don't study for too long. I take like 25-minute chunks of focus, then 5-minute breaks, and I listen to music and I get myself snacks to motivate myself. Make sure that you're really checking in on yourself, whether it's journaling or just having some sort of hobby that is maybe physical or artistic that keeps you going when, things get tough, because they will get tough. So yeah, just keep your head up and you can do it.
So that was from Sean, and I think my favorite thing, or the most notable thing that he said for me, was the importance of mindset. Because mindset is truly powerful. If you truly believe that you are going to fail, you will fail. If you truly believe that you cannot understand something, if you believe that it is too complex for you, you will never understand, that is the reality you will make. The uncomfortable truth is that whatever you think in your mind, whatever you perceive to be truth, is how you will act. It is what will end up showing in your reality. So the mindset you have towards your grades and towards your academics is really important. And that's why I always like to talk about the fact that try as much as possible to even like what you're studying. Look for something that you can resonate with. Look for something that can be relatable, something that you would like. I know a lot of people end up studying courses that maybe they didn't pick themselves. It was just thrust upon them and just felt the need to, okay, let me just get this degree. But try as much as possible to look for something relatable, look for something that you would like. Because he did talk about making it fun, making how you study fun, or looking for the fun in what you're studying. And I think that that's really important. Like, if you enjoy what you're doing, you will remember it. You will remember it, actually. Also did talk about breaking things down to smaller bits. In my video, the first video I made about using ChatGPT to get good grades, I talked about how I use ChatGPT to break things down into like the smallest level for me to understand. Because the thing is, like, you're coming into this like world, your course, the lecturers are going to use academic terms, and obviously that's fine, and I do believe you should eventually understand those academic terms. But I feel like one way you can even do that is by trying to use words that you already use to explain that concept. That way it again becomes relatable to you, and it is something that you would remember. So yeah, those were two I think it's more than two, but the two things I took out were mindset is super important, and breaking things down in a way that you can understand. So now we're going to move on to the next guest. She is a close friend of mine and a fellow psychologist. So yeah, she graduated as one of the best students in my set. She's always been a total smarty pants, and I really love her for that. So yeah, let's hear from Esther.
Hello guys, my name is Esther Okori and I study psychology in Capcut University, and I finished with a 4.40 CGPA. Yeah, I know that, right? Anyway, I'm just really here to share what I did to excel in the university, my success secret. And first of all, I would just say that coming to university, I didn't really know much of what I was really going to do. But I just had one goal, I had one mindset. One thing is certain: I have to finish strong and I have to finish well, and I ran with it, right? And personally for me, I'm not really the best in assimilating and studying, grabbing things very fast. But I knew that to finish strong and to finish well, I have to go the extra mile. I have to really put in the work, study. And when I say put in the work, really it even goes down to attending classes, because I really listen better. I really listen better. So what I listen to is really what I would implement in my studying. So really go the extra mile, put in the work, right? Study. That cannot be overemphasized. You cannot really finish strong and finish well and come out with a first class if you are really lazy and around, or you don't want to study, you don't want to go to classes. You really can't finish well with that, right? And I'm speaking personally for myself, because I know that my assimilation is not very strong, right? But then I just have to really put in the work, take out time, study, put in the hours. It's really a sacrifice you have to make to finish strong and to finish well. So yeah, I'm just sharing one thing. That's not everything, but that is just really the major thing that you have to do. So yeah, bye.
So we have all heard from Esther, you guys. I think my key thing was, because she said a lot of things, but my key thing was just doing the hard work and going the extra mile. At the end of the day, we can have, strategies and tips and steps to make it easier, but you really do have to do the hard work of actually studying. You really have to have this discipline of like, okay, I'd rather not be studying right now. Maybe this is not what I want to do, but this is what I know I should be doing, so I'm going to do it. So putting in that hard work, going the extra mile. I don't know if I've mentioned this in a video already, but I believe I have. So Esther, something about her since she came to school, I'm saying that because she is a direct entry, or she was a direct entry student, right? So she came with 200 level. When she came, something that I noticed about her was that, like, she's the kind of person who always fills up her exam sheets, right? Sometimes she's asking for extra sheets. And at first, I had this, like, bad belly attitude of, like, why is this girl always getting extra sheets? Why is she filling up the paper? Why is she doing too much? But then when I clocked it, the key is in the doing too much. The high grades is in the doing too much, especially because we had a social science course. The lecturers want you to explain. They want you to write extensively. They want you to pour out every single thing you know about that topic they're asking you. Give examples, give scenarios, write the list, explain the list, putting in that extra work, right? It wasn't until I clocked it that way. Esther has good grades. She's always filling up her paper. Maybe I should be doing the same. That's another thing, you guys. People that are looking at those students in your class that you feel like you're having bad belly for them, you feel like they're doing too much. Do too much so you can have their grades. That is the secret. Do too much so you can have their grades. Put it in that extra work, going the extra mile. Okay, they asked a question to define something. Don't just define it. Add examples. Explain deeper. Do all those things. Put in the extra effort, and I promise it shows up in your grades. So yeah, that was from Esther. Now we'll be going on to our next guest. The next guest is another close friend of mine, like one of my best friends. She's super intelligent, super creative. Got one of the top grades in her class, I believe. Let's hear from Precious.
Hi guys, my name is Precious and I studied international relations. One of the reasons I graduated uni with a good grade is accountability. Luckily for me, I had a few close friends who were as serious about their goals as I was, and we helped each other stay in check and to track our progress when it came to studying, when it came to reminding ourselves about test exams, when to read, what to read, stuff like that. And it just kind of helped us stay in track and just do better, understand better, learn better, listen in class, and all of that. And one advice I would give is to always follow the right crowd. Once you notice that the people you're with are not serious, you don't have any business there, just follow the right group of people who push you and motivate you to do better, because trust me, once you have people like that, you will do better in school. Thank you.
So we heard from Precious, you guys. I think what really got me was like not staying with people that are unserious, something like that. And that's so real. So I'm gonna say it's not really a story, but when I was in school, I vividly remember like my 200 level. I remember the time my department, they were like, oh, let's have this group study thing. Let's all go and study together. And I was never like a group study person. I didn't believe in it, but I was like, okay, hey, let me give it a shot. And then I went for that group study, and I vividly remember not learning anything. I didn't learn anything, and I was just like, this was a waste of time, and I didn't go. Although, and I remember 300 level, there was a point where we had to do that again, and things were like more serious, and you could tell that everybody was like, this is serious, this is real, we really need to help each other out. And I remember because it was for statistics, and statistics is no joke. It's no joke. And we all like, okay, we need to figure out something, we need to help each other. And then we were serious. I think it's very important to know who is serious, who is unserious in your circle, in your class, the people around you, and to stick with them, right? There's so many times, another close friend of mine, she would always come to my room to study because her room, they were not serious and she was tired. You really need that motivation from people around you. If your roommates are not serious, find where else to study. Go with the people that are serious so that they can help you, right? The energy around you matters. How motivated other people around you matters. It's very rare for someone who is actually unserious to be in a room with serious people and not study. It is very, very rare. People really influence us and what we do, and we should try to remember that and try to be around people that can influence us positively. Another thing she talked about was accountability. I was mostly on my own ish when it came to my studying, so I can't really relate. That's why I don't have first class. I can't understand why accountability is important. I mean, it does tie into, being around serious people. If both of you are serious, both of you, especially if you're in the same department, right? Both of you can, help each other out and be like, oh, did you do this today? Did you do that today? Let's quiz each other. I mean, I did do that a little bit. I guess, my final semester, I did do a lot of like quizzing, reading with my best friend in school. And I guess it did help. It's, again, that's something I can't relate to for the entirety of my uni years, but I can't see the importance in that, and I think it's a tip that you all should carry as well. Now we're moving on to our next guest. He is no stranger on this channel. Y'all know him, y'all love him. It's Eric. Eric is so intelligent, and you can tell from the way he does things, the way he speaks on his own social media, the way he talks about things, you can tell that this guy, he knows what he's talking about, right? He was also a leader in his school. Eric also graduated from the same department my brother did, so I've been hearing a lot about him. He has so much for us today, so let's hear from Eric.
What's up, guys? It's Eric here again. I mean, yes, I know you missed my face. The last time I was here, I was answering questions on if I attend the private university again, and I was giving you guys tips and tricks on, how to excel in school. Well, I'm here again. You are still in school, I'm done with school, and you need my help. But as the good friend, I will always be here to help you, right? So I will be telling you guys how I finished with a first class. I studied mass communication from Trinity University, Yaba. And yeah, so get a book and a pen and listen attentively. So the major thing I would say helps me through school was understanding my reading pattern. I was not somebody that would, read at the beginning of the semester or would go to the library after each class. I really never knew how to do that, and I was not even the most consistent in going to class, but I understood what worked for me, and I feel like that's what a lot of people need to know. Understand your reading pattern. Understand how you assimilate. I would spend an entire 12 weeks and I would not open my book. But you see, the night before the exam, I would cram 12 weeks worth of notes and I will pass, right? And a lot of times people will tell me, oh Eric, you are reading in secrets during the semester, and I'm like, to be honest, I'm not doing anything. I know I can grasp things very fast, so I'm not even under any pressure to begin reading from the beginning of the semester and all that. So understand your reading pattern, understand what works for you, take your assessment seriously. I was not the best in taking my assessment seriously, but then I always made sure that there was no assignment that went unsubmitted. Every assignment that a lecturer would give or any project, even if I do it late, I will still submit, because my school run is 60-40 percentage thingy, and obviously your exams cannot give you your 100%, right? So exam is 60, test is 40. So I put in the work in my 40 marks, I do my test well, I do my assignment well, and then maybe I can get a 35/40 during my test. And in my exams, I just need to work for like a 40/60 or 50/60, and I have my A. And then having parallel A's gives you your first class. Okay, so the second thing I would greatly advise is do your project well. Majority of people that will be watching this video would most likely be in their final year, in their third year. Even if you're in 100 level, focus on your project. I mean, your project is something that is the summation of everything you have done in your 4 years. Okay, I enjoyed my project, I did my project well, and I had a beautiful supervisor, right? So focus on your project. I'm sorry guys, don't outsource your project, do it by yourself. Because the truth is that if you do your projects by yourself, when defense day comes, you can be able to defend your project without being afraid. I know I was not the most fluent person in, you know, defending my project and everything, because I was under so much tension. But guess what guys, I had the best project in my department. I mean, my topic was one that not so many people, you know, did, but then my project was the best. I got the highest score in project. And also, your project can help you scale from a 2-1 to a first class. I had somebody in my class that was on a 2-1, and because this person did their project well, the person came out with a first class, sorry. And just do your project well, just focus on your project. People are like, oh, it's 6 units, what if, just do it. Do you understand? Just take out time, dedicate the time, and you know, it will help.
So now we've heard from Eric. Let's talk about the importance of knowing what works for you. He did talk about cramming. Cramming doesn't really work for me that well, but it doesn't matter, because if it works for you, it works for you, right? I would usually be like, there are other things we can do instead of cramming. But you know, hearing this from someone who has a first class, or someone that I genuinely consider intelligent, and not even someone who's, you know, there are people who like get okay grades from cramming. You know, like those people. No, like this is someone I genuinely consider to be an intelligent person, and you don't even need me to tell he's intelligent. If you have a conversation with him, you can tell he's intelligent, right? It's very, the knots in my brain, like the screws, they're really turning and twisting, because I would recommend something different. But that is the point that he's trying to make, right? Knowing what works for you. It is so important, because people are doing things that are not working for them because someone else told them to, or because they don't know better. I think it's important for you to really evaluate yourself and see, okay, what is working, what is not working. Also try out different things, although depending on your level, you have limited time to try out things, but at least, you know, try and see what works. Okay, are you kind of person that like prefers to like read everything at once? Are you like me who prefers to space it? What kind of learning style do you have? Are you visual? Would you rather watch YouTube videos and sit down in class? Would you rather listen? Would you rather read? Would you rather write? Would you rather be hands-on and practice the things that you are learning? Figure out what works for you and stick to it. Just use the remaining years in school to do that thing that you know works for you. The other two things I picked was taking your assessment seriously, and you know, the importance of a project. Taking your assessment seriously. Oh, that is so real. A lot of people joke about like assignments and tests. Your exam is not the only assessment that you have. Your exam is not 100%. Take your assignment seriously. Take your test seriously. Study for your test the same way you would study for an exam, right? Don't joke with them. Some people are intentionally missing their tests. I don't know why. You cannot be those people and be watching my YouTube videos. I am just saying, take your tests and assignments seriously, and then doing your project by yourself. I want to make a video about how to get an A in your project because I got an A in my project. And I feel like there's a lot to talk about. I did do my project myself, and I can really understand why he says that. Like, that's super important. Like, if you do it yourself, you know it. You know what you know. You know what you did, right? And considering the fact that your project is 6, Jesus, I haven't been outside of school for that long, but just 1 year. I forgot what it's called, but like it's a lot of, like, it's worth a lot. Yeah, 6 units. Oh my god. It's just 1 year I've been outside of school. It's 6 units, and it's very important. It definitely adds. I also agree that the only reason why, one of the reasons why I was even able to graduate like with an above 4.2 GPA, CGPA, was because of the fact I got an A in my project. And there's a lot that went into that. I'll make a whole video. But if you're in your final year, take that seriously as well. Try and do it yourself. Don't outsource it. Like, we know what we're saying. Just try. But yeah, that's not about that. The next guest is someone that I've just known recently, and that is Cybil. She graduated overall best graduating student of her set. The whole set, not the department, this set. She also graduated with a CGPA of 4.93. 4.93. You guys, people date this world. That's all I would say. Let's listen to what Cybil has to say for us, because it has to be important.
Good day, everyone. I am Osisama Cybil, the overall best graduate set of 2023-2024 quality set at Lagos State University for the Department of Biochemistry Faculty of Science. I graduated with a CGPA of 4.93. So today I'll be sharing the effect of our friendship in our academic journey. During my academic journey, there's one thing I would say that my friends really helped me a lot. There's no way I can talk about my academic journey without mentioning my friends. My friends played a key role in making sure I become the overall best quality student. My friends saw this vision before I could even see this vision. My friends encouraged me, they were there for me, they lifted me. Anytime I felt like I need people that I need to like vent to or talk to anything about, it will always be my friend. So my friends, my pillar, they're my backbone. So I would say that for anybody that wants to, achieve success, the people around you, your village around you also needs to have that aim, also needs to have that mission. If not, they can either make you or mar you. So in this case, I remember when I had my very first big drop, which was my one and only 3 in my result, that is my C in my result. I remember I called my friends, I cried to them. I was like, see what's going on. But you know what they did? They reassured me. They gave me the strength, I gave me the courage to like keep going and make sure that I achieve the aim, which is to become the world best graduate student. So I'll say my friends really did a lot. My friends were, if I don't know how my university life would have been without my friends. They were my pillar and they were my backbone. So I'll say for anybody out there that wants to achieve anything, the people around you, your circle, needs to also have the same mindset and push you going. Not only them pushing you going, but also you pushing them going. So yeah, thank you. Bye.
So we've heard from her, you guys, and I think this is such a nice way to round up this video, talking about the importance of friendships. And I guess we did touch on it. I think it was Precious who touched on this a bit, but the reality of it is that the people around you matter, right? The actual friends that you make matter. They influence you the same way you could influence them. Just little things, very subconscious things. You need to have people who are cheering you on, who are supporting you, who are encouraging you, even without the words they say. Just the things they do should be able to encourage you and ginger you a little bit. I remember my final semester as well. I remember just thinking to myself, like if I could just get a B in my project, I'd be so happy. Like if I could just get a B. And I remember like my best friend in school, Faith, and she was like, BK, like you are looking for A, like that kind of thing. And I was just like, oh yeah, like why am I hoping for a B? I should be hoping for an A. I should be striving towards an A. And just that little thing that she said, just the way she spoke about it, just like flipped a switch in my brain. The people around you matter, your closest friends. Even when you guys are not studying, what are you people talking about? What is being shared among you? Is it positive things? Are you people sharing good things? What are you sharing? Who are the people closest to you? What are they saying about you? What are you saying to them? What is the energy being exchanged between both of you or all of you? I love that advice so much. And yeah, we have actually come to the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. Go ahead to watch any other study video of mine. I know that it'll be helpful for you. I have left everyone's socials in the description or in the comments. Please go follow my friends, subscribe to their YouTube channels, subscribe to this channel, like this video, share this video as well, and I'll see you in another video. Bye guys.